expert, dear participant, dear partner of ICG and the partners of the Innovation Foundation for Democracy, dear chairperson of ICG, dear Protest, good morning. At the beginning of last July, the Innovation Foundation for Democracy, with his partner ICG Kenya, officially launched here in Nairobi the activities and program of its Oriental Laboratory. Yesterday was dedicated to the official launch of our lab's second program, Democracy and Digital Innovation. During an inspiring day of work, reflection, and discussion on the impact of technology and digital innovation on building democracy in Africa today. The powerful presentations and enriching discussion demonstrated once again the relevance of this program and our foundation's choice to place training at the head of our programs. Today, we are pleased to welcome you for the launch of this third program, Democracy and Legal Activism. So thanks to all for your presence. The Oriental Laboratory, which welcomes you this morning, covers all East African countries, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Sudan, South Sudan, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Djibouti, and Somalia. Under the leadership of the Foundation's Executive Director, Professor Achille Mbembe, the other English-speaking countries, Nigeria, Ghana, Zambia, Botswana, South Africa, Liberia, and Sierra Leone will gradually be supported by the labs as part of its activities and programs. It is with this encouraging perspective that we are honored to welcome you this morning for the launch of this program. As you know, the history of Africa is also a history of political struggles and activist projects, fertilized by a rich tradition of gathering and mobilization with a view to social and cultural transformation. This history of resistance to oppression, yesterday external due to colonialization, today internal through the acts of autocrats who bully their people, has favored a tradition of activism. And the advent of form of school of activism, both in rural and urban environments. The social commitment and political participation which will develop in the aftermath of independence with the development of trade union movement, association with a social, cultural, economic, and gradually political vocation, the structuring of the first political parties here and there will promote the initiation to political participation, militant action, and civic responsibility through a plurality of activities as training, empowerment, mobilization, and so on. Today, the field of social commitment has narrowed, the world of activism has transformed, and the cause have evolved. New forms of mobilization are constructed and developed in an usable movement carried by young people, in this case, those under 35, born in the aftermath of 90s, liberalization, new constitutionalism, new political and social contract, economic extroversions. These upheavals did not produce the expected result. As a political level, a procedural democracy has been installed On the social level, a destructuring of links and relationship of solidarity. On a cultural plan, an exacerbation of community passions and instrumentalization of identities. On the economic level, extroversion of the economic model and policies, the destructuring of productive system, will extractivism, and predation of resources. All of this generating here and there on the continent, exclusion and poverty, and the installation of a civilization of violence. The failure of civil society, amplified by the advent of a new religious, entrepreneurial, charismatic messianism against a backdrop of the explosion of technologies, has accelerated the reconfiguration of spaces, places, and mode of mobilization and protest, complicating activism as it appears today. Africa is in deep crisis. This crisis is also that of democracy, which is a system of social, cultural, economic, and political organization of society today is rejected in many African countries. We can see what has happened in Central and Eastern Africa. In West Africa, the kind of denial of democracy is some things really relevant. And this rejection of democracy is most often accompanied by the denial of individual freedoms and massive violation of human rights. In such a context, the use of legal activism can be particularly effective in the defense of law, justice, and good governance. It is in this context and in the face of these challenges that we are launching this new program today, Democracy and Legal Activism. Citizens in political society seek way and means to make their voice heard, defend their opinions, preserve their rights and freedoms, demand results from government authorities, and demand accountability from elected politicians. From this perspective, the law is an extremely important tool, and its mastery becomes a powerful asset. Legal activism corresponds to the legal action of citizens put at the service of mobilization for social changes and the progress of the whole society. It is a form of political action that mobilizes the law, its philosophy, its theory, its doctrine, its methods, its approach, and its techniques in support of an activist strategy. The law, therefore, emerges as a crucial issue in the social and political struggle. The law also becomes itself an object of struggle and conquest, a powerful means in the service of political action. Therefore, the one who masters it, the one who knows how to use it, the one who knows how to mobilize it, has a certain advantage in controlling the political space. This is the whole point of this program, which aims to enable African citizens to mobilize law to defend their rights and interests, promote equality of citizens facing the law, rights and power, legal and judicial security, in order to improve governance and strengthen democracy on the continent. In welcoming you once again and thanking everyone for their participation in this important day of reflection, I hope that our young laboratory, with the important partnership of ICG, will continue to benefit from your expertise and support. I wish you a marvelous day and a wonderful working day. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you so much, Richard.